Nestled amidst rolling hills and whispering willows lay the village of Oakhaven. Its inhabitants, known for their warm smiles and hearty laughter, lived in harmony with nature. The air buzzed with life, a symphony of birdsong and rustling leaves. Children's laughter echoed through the cobblestone streets, a testament to the joy that permeated Oakhaven. Farmers tended their lands with care, their faces etched with the wisdom of seasons past. Life in Oakhaven flowed at a gentle pace, a testament to the enduring rhythm of nature. Yet, even in this idyllic haven, a storm brewed within one young man. Alan, known for his quick wit and charming smile, harbored a fiery temper. His outbursts, like sudden summer storms, left a trail of hurt feelings and unspoken apologies. He would erupt in anger at the slightest inconvenience, his frustration a palpable force that darkened the air around him. Villagers, though accustomed to his volatile nature, often tiptoed around him, careful not to ignite his fuse. Alan, aware of his flaw, felt a growing unease, a dissonance between the peace of Oakhaven and the turmoil within him. One particularly sunny afternoon, Alan's temper flared, casting a shadow over the village square. A simple misunderstanding with a fellow villager escalated into a shouting match. Harsh words like stones flung in anger left their mark. The once vibrant square fell silent, the air thick with tension. Shame washed over Alan as he witnessed the hurt in the eyes of his neighbor. His anger, now a receding tide, left behind a residue of regret. He realized that his temper was not just his burden to bear. It rippled outwards, disrupting the harmony he so cherished. That evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across Oakhaven, the village seemed to hold its breath. The golden hues of the setting sun painted the sky in a mesmerizing array of colors, creating a serene yet melancholic atmosphere. The villagers, finishing their daily chores, felt the day's weight lift off their shoulders, but for one man, the evening brought no such relief. Alan sought solace in the solitude of his small cottage. He paced his room, his thoughts a tangled mess of remorse and frustration. The walls of his rustic home, adorned with memories of happier times, seemed to close in on him. He could hear the faint sounds of the village outside, but they felt distant, almost unreal. His mind was a storm of emotions, each thought clashing with the next, leaving him exhausted and yearning for clarity. He yearned for a way to break free from the chains of his anger, to find peace within himself and within his community. The anger that had once given him strength now felt like a heavy burden dragging him down. He longed for the days when his heart was light and his spirit was free. Alan knew that to find peace he needed to confront his inner demons and seek wisdom beyond his own understanding. An idea, like a beacon in the darkness, began to take shape in his mind. It was a faint glimmer of hope, a possibility that he had not considered before. The stories he had heard as a child, tales of a wise sage who lived far away, began to resurface in his memory. Could this sage hold the answers he so desperately sought? The thought gave him a sense of purpose, a direction to follow. He had heard tales of a wise sage named Avery, who lived a solitary life high upon Whispering Mountain. The mountain, shrouded in mist and mystery, was said to be a place of great power and tranquility. Many had ventured there in search of answers, and those who returned spoke of Avery's profound insights and gentle guidance. The journey would be arduous, but Alan felt a stirring in his soul, a call to seek out this legendary figure. Legend had it that Avery possessed a deep understanding of the human spirit, a wellspring of wisdom from which many had sought guidance. His teachings were said to be transformative, offering not just answers but a new way of seeing the world. Alan knew that this journey would not be easy, but he was determined. With a newfound resolve, he began to prepare for the trek up Whispering Mountain, hoping that Avery's wisdom would help him find the peace he so desperately needed. Section 5. The Ascent to Serenity. With newfound determination, Alan rose before dawn, the first rays of sunlight painting the sky in hues of pink and orange. He packed a simple bag with water and a few provisions, his heart heavy with hope and trepidation. As he made his way through the village, he could feel the weight of his neighbors' gazes upon him. But instead of the usual apprehension, he sensed a glimmer of understanding, a shared yearning for his transformation. The path up Whispering Mountain was steep and winding, a physical manifestation of the journey Alan knew he had to undertake. Section 6. Avery's Tranquil Abode. After hours of arduous climbing, Alan reached a clearing bathed in ethereal light. A small, humble hut stood nestled amidst ancient trees, their branches reaching towards the heavens like supplicating arms. The air hung heavy with the scent of pine and wildflowers, a stark contrast to the turmoil that raged within him. As he approached the hut, a sense of calm washed over him, a tranquility so profound it brought tears to his eyes. He knocked gently on the wooden door, his heart pounding in his chest. Section 7. The Cup of Patience. This chapter delves into the timeless virtue of patience, a quality that has been revered and sought after through the ages. The door creaked open, revealing a wizened old man with eyes that sparkled with kindness and wisdom. His presence exuded a sense of calm and tranquility, as if he had seen the world in all its facets and had come to understand its deepest secrets. Avery, his long white beard flowing down his chest like a waterfall of serenity, greeted Alan with a warm smile that reached his eyes. His smile was not just a gesture, but a reflection of a life lived with grace and understanding. "Welcome, Alan," he said, his voice a low rumble that resonated with the ancient trees surrounding them. The forest seemed to echo his words as if nature itself acknowledged his wisdom. "I have been expecting you." His words carried a weight of anticipation, as if this meeting had been foretold by the stars themselves. Avery led Alan inside the hut where a simple kettle simmered over a crackling fire. The hut was modest, yet it radiated warmth and comfort, a sanctuary from the outside world. The aroma of herbs and spices filled the air, calming Alan's restless spirit. Each breath he took seemed to cleanse his mind, washing away the worries and anxieties that had plagued him. Avery motioned for Alan to sit, pouring him a cup of steaming tea. The tea, a blend of rare herbs, was known for its soothing properties. As Alan took the cup, he felt a sense of peace envelop him, as if the tea itself carried the essence of patience and tranquility. Alan took a sip, the warmth of the tea spreading through his body, relaxing his tense muscles. He looked at Avery, who watched him with a knowing smile, as if understanding the journey Alan had undertaken to reach this moment. In the quiet of the hut, with the fire crackling softly and the scent of herbs lingering in the air, Alan felt a profound sense of connection. He realized that patience was not just about waiting, but about finding peace in the present moment, no matter how turbulent the world outside might be. "Drink," Avery instructed, his gaze steady and unwavering. Alan, eager to quench his thirst for both the tea and the wisdom he sought, brought the cup to his lips. But before he could take a sip, Avery gently stopped him. "Patience, Alan," he said softly. "Observe the tea, feel its warmth, inhale its aroma. Life, much like this cup of tea, is best savored in the present moment." Alan, initially confused, found himself captivated by Avery's words. He looked down at the steaming cup, noticing for the first time the intricate patterns formed by the swirling steam. He inhaled the fragrant steam, a blend of chamomile and lavender, and felt a sense of calm wash over him. The aroma was soothing, a gentle reminder of simpler times, of moments spent in quiet reflection. It was as if the steam carried with it a whisper of tranquility, urging him to pause and breathe deeply. In that moment, he understood. It was a revelation, a sudden clarity that pierced through the fog of his mind. He had been so consumed by the chaos of his thoughts, the endless cycle of worry and frustration, that he had forgotten the power of stillness. His anger, his impatience, stemmed from a resistance to the present moment, a yearning for things to be different than they were. He had been fighting against the current of his own life, trying to force it into a shape that it was never meant to take. This resistance had only brought him pain and discontent. He realized that true peace could only be found in accepting each moment as it unfolded, in surrendering to the flow of life. It was not about giving up or resigning oneself to fate, but about embracing the present with an open heart. Meditation had taught him this, but it was in this quiet moment with his tea that the lesson truly sank in. As Alan finally took a sip of the tea, he savored its warmth, its delicate flavor, with a newfound appreciation. Each sip was a small act of mindfulness, a way to anchor himself in the present. The tea was more than just a drink. It was a symbol of his journey towards inner peace. He felt a shift within him, a letting go of the anger that had held him captive for so long. It was as if a heavy burden had been lifted from his shoulders, leaving him feeling lighter, freer. The transformation was subtle yet profound, a quiet revolution within his soul. Alan knew that this was just the beginning, that the path to true peace was a lifelong journey, but he felt ready to embrace it with an open heart and a calm mind. Alan spent the next few days with Avery, learning the art of mindfulness and cultivating a deep sense of inner peace. He learned to observe his thoughts and emotions without judgment, to find stillness amidst the chaos of life. When he finally descended Whispering Mountain, he was a changed man. Gone was the fiery temper, replaced by a quiet strength and an aura of tranquility. The villagers, sensing the transformation in him, greeted him with cautious optimism. Alan, eager to share the wisdom he had gained, began to incorporate Avery's teachings into his daily life. He practiced patience, listened with an open heart, and approached challenges with a newfound sense of calm. Slowly but surely, Alan's transformation began to ripple outwards, touching the lives of those around him. His interactions with the villagers were marked by kindness and understanding, his words imbued with a newfound wisdom. He became a beacon of peace in Oakhaven, his story a testament to the transformative power of mindfulness and inner peace. And so, the village of Oakhaven, once momentarily shadowed by Alan's temper, found its harmony restored, its spirit renewed by the lessons learned on Whispering Mountain.